God, that looks like a vehicle. That looks just like a vehicle. Underwater, this is a very dangerous riverbed. Big, massive boulders. Did we just find Michael? Nearly 5 years exactly to this very day, Michael Carty disappeared from right here in Cape May, New Jersey. He was last seen driving his 2014 Chevy Cruze, license plate number N40EUF. Michael also suffered from Huntington's disease, which is a cognitive psychiatric disorder that tends to attack your brain. He left a very disturbing email to his family. The email reads as follows: "There is a little bit of my stuff in this apartment and it needs to be out of here by March 31st. Do not let the office get my stuff. If no one can get it, no one needs it. I want it destroyed in this apartment. I am done with the car and no nursing home bullshit. I don't have a place to live, car, or job. By the time you read this, me and this car are going to the bottom of the bay." Anytime we come into a case like this, where we have verified last intentions of someone who's disappeared, a statement like that, it's very striking. And that is exactly where we're gonna begin our search tomorrow. Number one, we're gonna meet up with the Middle Township Police Department, who's gonna be a part of this investigation and this search every step of the way for the next 2 days. Our main target area is going to be the Delaware Bay. Hopefully, over the next 2 days, we're gonna be able to find out how truthful Michael's words truly are.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
Hey Tom, this is Doug. We are here, I believe we're on the side.
All right, we'll be right out.
Yep, all right, bye-bye. The administration, for privacy reasons, has asked to not film officers. So for right now, we'll have to go incognito, kind of black out until we confirm exactly what's going on with who does and doesn't want to be on camera. Detective's on his way out, and we'll get that straight. But what we're about to do right now, we're gonna go over the case facts with them, see where they're at, what they have, what they've done, what they suspect, let them know what course of action I think is best to move forward based on what I gather from them, and we're gonna go from there. I guess we wanna start with, I have some things that I have been preliminarily going off of. Obviously, he's been missing for 5 years. Mm-hmm. Was there a verified last known location? Because that really helps us narrow down a lot of things on our end.
The last known spot was the day he went missing, mm-hmm. on the 19th at around 2:00 p.m. And it was from an automatic license plate reader in our township, northbound.
Okay.
From Rio Grande.
From Rio Grande.
He was last physically seen that morning at 9:00, and that led us to the Maurice River Bridge. What I think is he picked somewhere where he knew it was kind of a sure thing. He wasn't going to get stuck. Mm-hmm. He wasn't going to hit any rocks. He wasn't going to damage the car and render it inoperable.
Right.
He was going to pick a sure thing. And then the next place is this one here. They call it CRW. Mm-hmm. It's in Bridgeton. It's off of Back Neck Road. It's a drive back there, and then we've been back there twice this week, and there's been 2 cars, and it looks like maybe one of them was just somebody walking in the woods.
Perfect. Let's start with those 2. Well, let's get to it. We had several detectives, including the detective that originally worked the case. We had the officer present that initially responded to the initial call, and we went over all the facts to the case. And they narrowed a lot of things down. They've ruled a lot of things out over the years. And we're going right now to the 2 most logical places that they have left of concern, and really are the biggest places of concern throughout this entire investigation for them. So that's where we're headed. We're gonna knock these 2 locations out. And if these 2 locations don't produce anything, then we're gonna go back to ground zero, how we do things. We'll come back to the drawing table and we'll start knocking out all the other locations out that are of interest to this case to us. Specifically being the one location that they told us about, he searched on his computer the day before he went missing. Yep. So that's a big area of significance for me, based upon the license plate reader caught him going north, which is not too far away from the location he searched on his computer.
Yes.
Anytime we work with a family or a police department, we're going to honor the places that are weighing heavy on them. And that's what we're doing right now. Let's get in the water and let's see what's at this location. So what I'm doing right now is I'm coming upstream from the boat ramp. A vehicle is never going to float upstream. So we're going to come upstream an exaggerated distance to be safe. It's 20 feet deep right here. So we're getting some good readings. At this point, what I'm gonna do, because we're now going upstream, back towards the boat ramp, the vehicle would have entered and floated down this way, underneath the bridge. But what we don't know is how far did the vehicle make it out into the river before it floated this way. So the bridge columns right there you see, I'm gonna take my time to come in between and on each side of those bridge columns to make sure that the vehicle isn't sitting up hidden on one side of those bridge columns. So we came through the closest side. I'm gonna still go through that side, but on the farther side of that opening there, and then I'll work my way out all the way into the channel to thoroughly rule this location out. Now we're coming back up here to the bridge, and you're gonna be able to clearly see the bridge structure. Have not found a car so far. We've seen a few logs and piles of brush, but just nothing that resembles a vehicle whatsoever. Jet back over. Like 99% sure this is cleared. And I say that because when I get back over here, I am going to double check right in front of the boat ramp again, and then I'll be 100% sure that this location is completely ruled out. I exaggerated, the scope of the search, just to make sure. When we do these, we want to 100% look at you and say, hey, there's no way possible it's at this location. Okay. It does get down to 38 feet out there. Really? Pretty deep. Yeah. So we went upstream, downstream, really far. There was an older area over here where it looks like there was an older bridge. Yeah. I see it's railed off. I still scanned it anyway. Okay. I went in between each bridge column based upon if he went in here, it did float and then get, sat up next to one of those bridge columns, we would see it, nothing there. Okay. We ruled that out. So on to the next one. Yeah. So I guess Jake's Landing, or is it, what's the next one? CRW. Okay, all right. We'll get this loaded up and then we'll follow you on up there. At the second location of interest to detectives. So I'm really anxious to get into this, check this out. Who knows what we're gonna find. of the most important aspects of what it is we do here at Adventures with Purpose, and the most vital, critical tool that we utilize with each and every search that we conduct, is sonar. And let me bring you into the world of sonar, how we read it, so that you can better understand what you're seeing at home. We're using the Hummingbird Apex 13 system, which is the most up-to-date side scan down imaging system via Hummingbird, which is the side scanning system we prefer best. Down on your screen that you're viewing right now, the upper portion, you see we're at 22.2 feet deep, and the upper portion of your screen there is down imaging. Now, down imaging is a picture in time. You can see how it's slowly moving across your screen. That's because we're going over land, the riverbed, we're scanning as we're going. It's a picture in time. So it's showing exactly what we've just gone over. Now we're at 31.9 feet deep. Bottom portion of your screen you're looking at is side scan imaging. And what that does is it gives us, you can see in each corner, the reference is 75. We're scanning 75 feet in either direction. Now the boat icon in the middle of the screen at the bottom references the craft that we're scanning from. And the line behind it is our line of travel. And to either side of that boat icon, you see two black columns, which are about 30 feet apart from the boat. So that shows how deep the river is down to the bottom of the bed. Now, when the yellow column starts right there at about 30 feet, that's the riverbed. So the black column on either side is gonna be the distance from the boat to the bottom of the river. And you can see we're scanning 75 feet in either direction, giving us roughly about 150 feet scope of search in this particular area. Now, the other critical aspect to reading sonar accurately, and we get this a lot, I get this a lot with, you know, the police departments or rescue teams that I talk to about their sonar systems, is the speed that you are going. You know, depending on how the system you use is calibrated, you want to make sure you're going the appropriate speed. For the Hummingbird system, we like to go right about 2.5 and up no more than 4 miles an hour. And that gives us the ability to accurately read what it is we're looking at. If you go too slow or too fast, you're not going to know what you're looking at. You know, a vehicle is going to look like a rock if you're going too fast. It's going to look like a little pebble. If you're going too slow, an object is going to look really large. So there's a couple different aspects to reading sonar, and to do so accurately, speed being the biggest factor in it. So when we do these searches initially, we always want to scan out directly from the boat ramp when you're there, but we always want to run parallel to the shore and right about 30 to 35 feet offshore, depending how much of a drop off there is. In this river, there's not a huge drop off, so 30 feet is the sweet spot to scanning off ashore. That has left me speechless. Oh my God, that looks like a vehicle. That looks just like a vehicle. That's... Did we just find Michael? That looks like a car. There's a lot of rock. There's a lot of rock structure here. So.
Oh yeah, I'm on it.
Are you? You sure?
Positive. Positive.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, I really hope that this is what we're looking for. We're gonna finish scanning this right now, and then if there's nothing else in here for us to mark, we're gonna get suited up and we're gonna dive on this target. Did you get the picture that I sent you? Definitely have a vehicle. It's a 4-door, small sedan, similar to what we're looking for. Either that's the most car look-alike boulder that's in the world, or the magnet's stuck in a crevice. Because over there, it looks like a canyon in Utah. I would love to have like a more of a stable boat topside. Is that feasible to coordinate that?
Yeah.
I mean, we have time for us to organize our dive gear and that type of stuff. Just something that would be able to anchor down. We got some comms to test, and so we've got about an hour.
Okay.
Right now, I'm gonna get dressed, and when their boat gets here, we're gonna be getting in the water, and we're gonna identify exactly what we have underneath. We'll blur his pretty face out so much.
The transducer in the water.
Copy.
Ready?
All right. Doug, be careful. Com check, com check.
Yep.
Diver good?
4.
I can't.
Dive it out.
Copies. Doug is reporting it is confirmed. It is a vehicle.
All the windows to the vehicle are closed and intact.
Copy that. Doug's trying to fight this current. It's strong. He's going around the car, and when he has to work his way up the current, he's expelling a lot of energy right now, and he's got to maintain contact, because if he lets go of this car, he's gone. He's going down. We're going to have to go chase after him. So he's on his second sweep now of the vehicle, trying to make a color, piece of the car, emblem. If you can't identify the car after the second sweep, do you want to try to go to the rear in the eddy and try to remove a part?
I'm gonna give the generator a shoot. I was able to get
Doug, you got a copy? He's surfacing. Here he is.
Doug, man. Need a part. It's a white truck. Good work, Doug.
I don't know what kind of car it is. I can see zero, nothing. Nothing at all. No tag on the rear. All the windows are up.
That current's too strong. It's
There's one bolt where the license plate used to be. Typically in these cases, when a license plate's been removed, it's not the vehicle we're looking for. But that's a newer car. It's got a light in the wing. It hasn't been down there that long. No more than 5, 6, 7 years, you know.
Well, he went missing 5 years ago,
Yeah.
so that's perfect.
I have no idea. Like beyond, if there's a such thing, beyond zero visibility. I mean, the entire time I'm down there, I'm fighting to hold on. I'm sideways because the current down there is 10 times what it is up here. It's crazy. I was able to rip the wing off of it. The wing does have like a tail light in it, so it's more modern. It doesn't appear to be white, but I don't know. There's no tag, there's no license plate on the back. There was one license plate bolt on it where a license plate was. I couldn't find an emblem anywhere. There's a lot of buildup on it, but the bottom is still exposed. the way a vehicle wouldn't be if it was there for a super long time. So no more than 5 or 6 years has it been down there. All the windows are up, intact. No damage that I could recognize on the vehicle whatsoever. But other than that, I can't see color, nothing. The only option I had was to rip the wing off of it.
Yeah, with the VIN number, say if it had in the specs, if it had a wing on it.
If you have the VIN number, I can look the specs up to the vehicle. Okay, all right.
Right here, that kind of looks silverish, and with the gray.
Where's the light that was on?
Back there.
Yeah. We should be able to.
Might be a
It'll
tell.
have like a logo on it. Looks LED, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is LED. LED means it's. Yeah.
2015 model. The MDLPR.
I do. I have a. So the picture on the license plate reader that caught the vehicle was a 9 and 47. Clearly shows that the vehicle did not have a spoiler on it, and you're talking about a license plate picture that was captured less than 2 hours before he was last seen. You know, and he sent that last email literally an hour later. So it's definitely not the vehicle we're looking for, but it's your call from here. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're able to, I'd rather schedule it for tomorrow. Or say tomorrow would be the better time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, lift the car out, and then go from there.
I don't like the fact that we're leaving on this one. However, we have to continue to work our case, and they have clearly stated that they're taking it a priority, and they're coming with their crews. They have contractors that are going to come out here and dive. They'll have a towing company to remove the vehicle. A lot has transpired today, man. Long day. With that being said, Tom, Michael's brother, is come down. He's in town waiting on us. I'm gonna give him a call so we can try to coordinate and link up. Where we're at right now is about 30 minutes from where we started this morning. So I'm gonna give him a call and see where he wants to meet up. Hopefully, we can just link at the police department where we're gonna be for the night and go from there. So let me give him a call.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Tom, please?
Right here.
Hi, Tom. This is Doug Bishop with Adventures with Purpose.
How's it going, Doug?
Doing pretty good, sir. Detective Flounders has given me your information. Sorry, we've been pretty occupied over the last couple hours, and I haven't had a chance to reach out. We just parted ways with Detective Flounders, and I just wanted to make sure that if you were still in town and wanted to meet up, we can do so. We are headed back in the direction of the Cape May Courthouse right now.
Yeah. I'll be there in about 20 minutes.
Okay, we should be there in about 10 or 15 minutes after that.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Yep, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're meeting up with Tom, his brother, and I'm really interested in seeing what he has to say about his brother, that possibly could lead us in a better direction for this investigation. How you doing? I'm Doug.
I'm Tom.
I'm Sandy.
I'm Doug.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
And you are Michael's brother, correct?
Yes.
And
Who's sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law. Okay.
Favorite sister-in-law.
First and foremost, I just want to let you guys know up front, we are not here to provide you guys with false hope. We're not here to open up wounds. Our intentions are very wholesome. We just want to help.
Yes.
I really hope that you understand that.
Yes.
With that being said, Do you guys have a few minutes to talk about everything?
Sure.
And
Sure.
I can fill you in. Have you been filled in on what we've done today?
No.
Okay, so to catch you up on where we're at, this morning we had a big sit down with the police department. They briefed us on what they've done, what they know, where they're at, and what they suspect. Anytime we come into this, whether we're working with family and no law enforcement, if you guys had places of suspicions, that's where we're starting. The detective that's been working the case obviously is a lot more familiar and has been dealing with it way longer than we have.
Yep.
So we honored his locations that he had. They made sense.
Yep.
We went to the first location, didn't find anything, which was Maurice Landing.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
The second location,
CWF, CFW. I'll get them.
not about 20 minutes from there.
Yeah.
Another location, we were there. I did find a vehicle underwater. I dove on it. We were able to rule the vehicle out of being Michael's vehicle. So
It could be somebody else.
you're absolutely right. We started the day with the places of most significance to the detectives that have been working that. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out. You know, tomorrow we're going to start with that X factor of the location that was caught on his computer, and then, you know, to honor what is you guys think, that we're going right to those locations, and we're gonna work those locations right after that, and that's how we're gonna proceed with this tomorrow. Again, thank you guys so much for coming out. I will keep you guys updated into everything that happens tomorrow, if that's what you want.
Yes.
Okay, I will do that every step of the way, so you know. I'll send you pin drops so you know what has been cleared. And I'll also do the same thing with what we searched today. As you guys just heard all of those details, we have a lot of work still left to do tomorrow in Michael's case. We've got a lot of new details too as well in regards to Michael. So today our search is over, but tomorrow it continues. We're heading down right now to the south end of the peninsula in Cape May. Middle Township Police, along with us, we're gonna both launch our boats. We're gonna run up the entire canal into the bay. It's a critical tactic at this point in our search. Fingers crossed. Who knows what we're gonna come up with?